So the Democrat Party remains at a crossroads as it outlines a blueprint for Project 2029, a not-so-subtle play on Project 2025. The goal is to mirror the strategy of Project 2025 with a more politically centered team in order to unite Democrats on key policy issues. But many Democrats are worried it will only deepen their divide. Here to discuss, Kevin Walling, Democrat strategist and former surrogate for the Biden-Harris campaign, and Katie Frost, Republican strategist. So, Kevin, I really am curious to hear what is, because I'm genuinely confused about where Democrats are today, what's the Project 2029 going to look like?
Hey, Charlie, good morning and happy 4th. Listen, you know, I don't know much about this Project 2029. I'm focused on Project 2025. We've got two key elections coming up in New Jersey and Virginia with two centrist, pragmatic women that are leading the Democratic Party in those states. I suspect they will be elected in both of those states come November. And then, of course, we've got the midterm. So any focus of 2029, I want to focus on the here and now and supporting center-left, pragmatic candidates for public office. That's, you know, where my politics are as a centrist Democrat. We know that's the way that we win elections, especially in tough districts that are red or purple districts. Many of them are, you know, in play for 2026. So that timing and that effort starts now. Who cares about 2029? Let's focus on what's in front of us right now and supporting candidates that support that center-left, pragmatic, let's get things done. Let's work with the president where we can and stand up for what we believe on the Hill and in state legislatures.
Well, certainly it would be good for all of America if we had two sane parties and not just one mostly sane party and one perfectly, completely, totally insane party. But, Katie, I want you to listen to this. This is a montage of some of the things that Democrats' nominee for mayor in New York has said. This is Zohran Mamdani. Listen to this.
Our police force should not be assisting ICE.
Defund the NYPD and refund all of these different social services.
I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores. It's like a public option for produce.
I'll freeze the rent for millions of tenants, make buses fast and free, and deliver universal childcare. And before you ask, I'll pay for it by taxing the rich.
As mayor, New York City would arrest Benjamin Netanyahu.
So whether Kevin likes it or not, these are the questions that Democrats are going to have to answer going forward. Do you think that they're going to be able to sell government-run grocery stores and then defunding police and ICE?
Well, it's great to be with you, Charlie. No, they won't. You know, ever since November, the Democratic Party has been desperately searching for a message and a messenger. We've seen them have different politicians going out, whether it be Governor Walz or AOC, trying to audition for that role of leader of the Democratic Party. And now AOC has found her mini-me in this radical Democratic socialist Mamdani to be the mayor of New York. And his policies may go over well at the teacher's lounge at Columbia University, but they're not going to resonate with the American people. The folks watching at home know what kind of impact these policies would have, and they're not going to fall for it. If the Democrats want to win a national election again, they're going to have to get away from these radical policies to bring back those people into the party that President Trump drew in 2024. As far as Project 2029 goes, I can tell you what it's going to be. We already know. It's what happened under Joe Biden's presidency.
Right.
It was Project 2021. The American people remember how disastrous that was. If you have Jake Sullivan doing your foreign policy, you get the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, left 13 men and women dead.
Right. Well, you know, Kevin, Katie makes a good point there. You know, I appreciate your wanting to drag the Democrat Party more towards a centrist position, but you're going to have to answer to all of those accusations, and people can point to real policies.
Well, sure, Charlie. And listen, you know, I have an op-ed out this past week on FoxNews.com making the case that Mamdani is not the leader of the Democratic Party, no matter how hard Republicans try and make that the case. You know, he won in a deeply blue city like New York City. I make the case that two women, Mikey Sherrill and Abigail Spanberger, are two nominees, as I said before, in New Jersey and Virginia for governor, are the actual leaders of this party that have won statewide, that have a record of bipartisanship, that have a record of delivering on infrastructure, on projects back in their states, that are campaigning on those issues. And I want to focus on uplifting those voices. I want a Big Ten as possible as a Democrat, certainly, but those are the voices I'm uplifting, you know, on Fox and across the country.
Katie, real quick, we got to go, but are you looking forward to defending the big, beautiful bill going into 2026?
Absolutely, because there's actual real policy in it that's going to benefit the American people, no matter what our friends on the other side of the aisle try to say about it. This was a huge win for President Trump. He's actually delivering for the American people, and I'll put his accomplishments up against someone like AOC or Mamdani or any other Democrat any day of the week.
Katie Frost, Kevin Walling, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Charlie. Good to be with you.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.